again, back for another episode of Reading the Wrong Way. In this episode, I'm going to be reviewing the Black Cat series by Kentaro Yabuki. This is one of the first really full-length mangas I ever picked up. Oh, there's my black cat, by the way. Say hi to BB. The Black Cat series is rated OT for ages 16 and up. I think this is a pretty good rating for it. I actually started reading it when I was in middle school, I think about 8th grade. But there are a lot of rather mature themes in it that you might not want your child exposed to if you're a parent. There's one character in it that smokes really heavily. There's definitely a lot of bloody and gory scenes considering that this is a shonen manga, with weaponry and killing being important themes in the story. I would say this is a good manga probably for high school readers. This is a pretty average length series with 20 volumes. The main storyline focuses around Train Heartnet, who is an ex-assassin for a secret society named Kronos, who's now living his life his own way. He's now a sweeper with his partner Sven Volified. They're both bounty hunters, kind of, chasing down criminals and turning them in alive for the reward money. But the real adventure takes off when they join a cunning thief named Rinslet Walker in a dangerous heist. So what do you need to know about the series? As I mentioned, there's a lot of violence in it. With a series that focuses on sweepers and crime, violence was bound to happen. There's several scenes that are extremely graphic, like 2 people losing their hands and a head getting cut off, but most aren't too terrible when you're comparing them to other shonen mangas. There isn't too much language that I can recall. I know one character gives the middle finger to another, but again, I think that's the worst of it. I could be wrong though, so don't quote me on it. I honestly tend to just overlook those words when I'm reading, but some people I know can't. And as I previously mentioned, Sven is a very heavy smoker with a cigarette in his mouth pretty much in every panel he's in this whole series. There's also some pretty mature themes in the series. Of course, there's murder and crime due to the storyline. There's also conspiracy, a few serial killers, revenge, human experimentation, and science, and there are definitely quite a few characters that are mentally unstable. So now if you're watching this review and thinking, gee, there's a lot of really bad stuff in this series, please quit thinking that right now. I would not recommend this series so highly if it was just that kind of stuff. The main reason I love the series is the humor. Despite all of the potential turn-offs I mentioned, there's so much humor sprinkled within the pages. Except for the final few books, every single chapter has something funny happen. For example, Train continuously acts like a cat. One minute he is serious and focused, and the next he's playful and carefree. He has an undying love of drinking milk, and enjoys leaping from rooftops. Sven is constantly yelling at Train about their unpaid bills, which often leads to Train acting nonchalantly about it, which of course frustrates Sven even more. In scenes like this, all of the characters have outrageous, almost chibi-like faces. The artwork is also wonderful. At least from a girl's perspective, I think the majority of the male characters are very attractive for a shonen manga, especially Train and Xiaoli and Janos, who are all members of Kronos, or of course Train, an ex-member. The females are all very beautiful, most notably even Kyoko, and Kronos' head assassin, Sephiria. I also want to mention that despite the storyline, the characters can serve as great role models. Saya Minatsuki, Eve, and Train, I think, are probably the greatest examples, each having memorable quotes and learning great lessons throughout the story that can apply to real life, such as friendship and having faith, knowing strengths and weaknesses and using both to your advantage, as well as the umbrella theme of what is right and what is wrong. Also, great detail is put into the weapons that the assassins of Kronos use, including Train's gun Hades, which hopefully you can see because this is the best little picture I could find. I also want to mention the series is excellent as far as bonus material is concerned. Most of the manga I've read just have little blurbs by the author as the chapters progress, usually about their life or events they've been to with their fans, but Yabuki-sensei ensured that every page of his book was filled with different extras. There's sketches and special drawings of the characters, there's bios for each of the major new characters that appear. There we go. And there are factoids that tell you definitions of different things that'll come up in the series that you might not know about. Kind of gives you like a background. At the end of every volume are short comics that either star the characters of the manga or mishaps and stories from the studio during the production of Black Cat. I have honestly enjoyed these extras more than the ones in any other series I've read, including the Tsubasa character guides that I talked about in the last episode. There's just something whimsical and funny about these ones that really captures you. Like many manga, this one also has an anime series. I haven't watched the whole series, just a few clips, but honestly, I don't think it does the manga justice. Train looks way too young. He's supposed to be 23, but he looks maybe 16, 18, somewhere in there. His voice is also quite deep for such a young kid, I think, and I don't think Sven's voice matches him at all. I always imagined him with a really masculine voice because he's so gentlemanly, but he sounds just kind of squeaky, and I can't get over it. If memory serves, I think Sayo was the only character that I really liked from what I've seen of the anime. I almost like the original Japanese voices a lot better than the dubbed English ones. I know they have quite a few scenes that they've changed as well, which I never like, but they are welcome to creative liberties, I suppose. And as a bonus, this series has a lot of cool merchandise you can deck yourself out with, including this very fancy trifold wallet featuring all of the main characters. So once again, another series I highly recommend. Action lovers definitely should check this one out. Even if you aren't big on the action and violence, I think the friendship and the humor are enough to please a lot of other readers. It will draw you in from book one and never let go. I can't say the same for the anime, but to each his own. So go give it a try and enjoy. See you next time.
When I was given freedom, all I did was play. When I turned back, there was nothing to say. You closed your doors before I could open mine. Now I know, now I see, it was a